Okay, plan today, 12 miles. Sunday, August 6th, 1:20 p.m. Well, let's do this. Mile in, 8:48. Actually feeling kind of tired. Hoping this wears off a little bit the longer into the run I go. Three miles in, 8:48 pace. It is about 83 degrees out, mostly sunny. Last time I checked, with humidity, it was 48%. So, not ideal running conditions, but still, could be significantly worse. And heck, I'm just gonna enjoy the nice weather while I'm out for this run. Little over 4 miles in, 8:51 pace so far, which I'm perfectly happy with. That's my tip for long runs. Go slow uphill because you don't want to burn yourself out. All right, 6 miles in, halfway done, 8:54 pace. Okay, so I wasn't recording that, but I almost fell. Almost just fell and twisted my ankle, but I didn't, so we're good. Next stop, water fountain. Eight miles in, 2/3 of the way through. 8:57 pace. Just at the 9-mile mark. 75% of the way there, 8:58 pace. Okay, so the plan these last 3 miles, keep it nice and slow, nice and steady. I'm worried about distance, not about time. And this time when I wasn't recording, basically got attacked by a bee. Never know what's gonna happen on your runs. Legs have been feeling it the last couple miles, last 3 specifically. But set out a goal to do 12 miles today. We're just over 10 miles now, about an hour and a half in, just over that. Just gotta push through. 11 miles in, I'm pretty much done. Just gonna go nice and steady for the last mile, about 1:39 in. My legs are gonna be toast later. I'm hurting a little bit. Definitely gonna be very sore. At the end of every run, I always do an extra 0.02 miles, just like I did right there, just to make sure the GPS tracks everything correctly. Oh, my legs are feeling it. So, overall run, 1 hour, 48 minutes, 2 seconds. 12.02 miles, 8:59 pace. I'd call that a success. 13 weeks out from the New York City Marathon. So let me just show you. That stain right there is literal blood. And just to show you for the sake of accuracy, literally, like, I have like a cut like right there. Could have been avoided. I realized about mile and a half in, and I paid the price. So always wear band-aids. I'm not joking at all. Sunday, August 20th, about 80 degrees out, about 50% humidity. Today, the plan is a 14-mile run right this second, just about a mile in, and the time on that mile is 8:58. This is going to be a long day. A little over 2 miles in. The 2 miles were a little under 17 minutes. Downhill right now, about to be an uphill right there. I actually really hate running up hills, but hey, it's part of the training. And there's a good portion of the marathon that's pretty hilly, so I gotta get used to it. Gotta try and beat my time from last time. This is part of the process. I'm running through Forest Park as part of my route today, as I almost got attacked by a bird. Four miles in. About 8:51 pace right now. We're about 36 minutes in. Feeling good so far. My stomach is giving me extremely mixed signals. 7 miles in, hour 1 minute 23 seconds. I am gonna do something that I hate doing on my long runs, but today it's a necessity, and that's stop home and use the bathroom because my stomach is not cooperating. That's all I'll say. 8 miles in. Just over 8 miles, hour 10 minutes in. Just about to get home. I'll take care of this, then finish up the run. But man, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. This feeling stinks. All right, bathroom fiasco is done. 8.5 miles in, 5.5 to go. All right, 10 miles in, double digits. 1 hour, 27 minutes. I think it was 13 seconds. 4 miles left. I can feel myself slowing down, but 8:43 pace so far. Hour 44 minutes, 37 seconds in. 12 miles down, 2 to go. We've hit the 2-hour mark right now. 13.85 miles. Oh, my legs are spent. I will say, this week, this Sunday was definitely better out than last Sunday. Last Sunday was way more humid. Today was only like 50%. Last week was like 75%. And now, post-run, we hit our good old reliable water fountain. That was not supposed to happen. The one time I call the water fountain good old reliable, it does that. Hasn't happened to me in all my runs so far this year, but now it does. Can't make this stuff up. Saturday, August 26th, and I'm actually going for my long run today instead of tomorrow because I'm taking tomorrow off, and then it's 2 straight weeks of work every single day, and it's gonna be about 18 out of 21 over the next 3 weeks. So that's why I'm running today. 83 degrees. Just gotta watch while I'm crossing the streets here. And the humidity is currently 64%. Who saw me trip right there? So, not ideal weather, but the humidity is actually going down, which is nice. But the plan today is nice and easy. Just get the mileage in. I'm gonna keep it local today because I want to stay near a water fountain the entire time. Yeah, this run not off to a good start already. We're just over a mile in. I already had to stop home because I forgot to put band-aids over my nipples again, and I'm not bleeding through my shirt again. I have a feeling this is gonna be a bad run. Yeah. 2 miles in, I already have a cramp on my side. This is not good so far. We're just over 3 miles in. All right, 3.2 miles in. I already got to stop for water. It is way too hot out for this. All right, so we're 4 miles in right now. About 30, just over 36 minutes in. The only saving grace so far for me today is there is a lot of clouds, so the sun is not beaming down on me the entire time. This is going to be a slow run, but like I said earlier, on days like today, distance over time is what matters. All right, 6 miles in, a little over 54 minutes in. I knew this was going to be a bad run. All right, so about 7.25 miles in, I had to stop home again because the band-aids fell off, and while I was at it, took a few sips of water. Just over an hour, 12 minutes, we're halfway there. The weather, while the humidity has gone down, it feels like, still pretty hot and still pretty bad out. Just gotta push through. Okay, this run is officially starting to hurt. Right now, 9:04 pace after 10 miles. Oh man, but this run's getting hard. I've lost count of how many water breaks this is. "12 miles in. 3/4 of the way there, 9:10 pace, 9:48, 12th mile. Oh man. I may or may not stop after 14 because I'm feeling pretty bad right now. Legs feel tired as hell. Groins are hurting. Too much. Last water break before we end the run. I've made the executive decision to stop after 14. Oh my God. I feel horrible right now. Glad I'm stopping. All right, 10:13 for 14th mile. Ooh, that's bad. The reason I decided to stop after 14 was because the fatigue in my legs was too high, and when my groins start to hurt like they are right now, that's always a sign to stop and not overdo it. I did want to do 16 today, but with the weather and how my body was feeling, it just wasn't a good idea, especially with that last mile over 10 minutes, 10:13 to be exact. So not what I wanted, but still 14 miles on the day. That's pretty good. I'll consider that a win. Hey everyone, so I wanted to end this second episode like I ended the first episode, talking to you like this right now. I hope you all enjoyed the different direction I decided to go with in terms of getting footage this time around. I ended up using a GoPro that I bought over the summer to get footage that way, to get a more personal and raw experience of what it would actually be like to be on a run with me. I can't thank my friend Tom enough for helping me film the first episode, but he was out of town this time around, so that's why I decided to switch things up. Now, the unofficial theme throughout this video that I really enjoyed watching back was how each run differed. The first run being mostly normal, the second run being me literally having to stop a run in the middle, go home, use the bathroom for the first time ever having to do that before going back out to finish the run. And then the third run being, and I still cannot do it justice, of just how hot and humid it was that day and how terrible really it was making my body feel. Now, unlike the first episode, there is fortunately no injury news to report this time around, which was wonderful. Nothing that stopped me from running at all. The only issue being the hot weather in August, where it was seemingly like 85 to 90 every day, as opposed to July, where it was like 65 every day. Running in August was horrible. It did end up making me shorten my runs throughout the week to a maximum of 6 miles while still trying to keep the long run schedule on the weekends. Now, also, there is one consistent issue which you saw earlier in the episode, and that was with the nipple chafing. And let me just show you how it got so bad one day where I had a Band-Aid pretty much fully covered in blood. Now, this has been a recurring issue that I have tried to avoid. The one day where it got really bad, the Band-Aids fell off mid-run. I replaced them, came home, still had that problem, and that will be addressed later in episode 3. But in the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed this episode as much as episode 1, and all I can say is stay tuned for episode 3 now.